Hello everyone, my name is Javier Medina, member of the UDS technical team, and in this video we're going to see how to configure Linux machines that will serve as templates for our VDI desktops. In this case, I have an Ubuntu 24 machine, and I will configure it as a template. So now that we are inside the machine, the first thing that we need to do is open a terminal. So let's go over here, we open a terminal, and once in the terminal we can update the machine if we wish. In my case, since I want to update it, I'm going to run the commands such as sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. So once the machine is updated, we will proceed to install the XRDP package. XRDP is basically what will handle the RDP connection to this machine. So we will enter the command sudo apt install XRDP. We type yes. And once XRDP is installed, we will head over to settings and modify a few more things. For instance, we will set the power management options to never. This will ensure that our machine doesn't shut down or, for example, that the screen doesn't turn off, preventing any type of connection issues. On the other hand, we will proceed to install the UDS Actor. So we will open our preferred browser, in my case Firefox, and we will enter either our UDS server IP or its DNS name. In my case, I'm going to do it via the IP. And once inside, we must log in with an administrator user. In my case, I'm going to use the super user, which is the following one. There we go, perfect. Now go into the downloads tab, which will be up here on the right side, downloads, and we are going to install the actor that matches our distribution. In my case, I'm using Ubuntu, so I'm going to install the .deb package. Perfect, once downloaded, we must head back to a terminal. We will navigate to the downloads folder, and I'm going to run the command sudo dpkg-i followed by the name of the package we just downloaded. So once the command is ready, we will hit enter, and as we can see, it is giving an error due to missing dependencies. This can be solved by running a sudo apt install-f. And this way, the necessary packages for the UDS Actor will be downloaded and the UDS Actor will be installed. And perfect. Once completed, we will go to our applications, and as we can see now, the UDS Actor has been successfully installed. So once installed, we can close both the terminal and the browser since we don't need them anymore. And we will simply open the UDS Actor to configure it. Once inside the Actor, we will specify the parameters such as SSL validation, which is basically the type of security applied to the connection with the UDS server, and essentially if you have a valid certificate on your UDS server, it is recommended to keep the verify certificate option enabled to achieve the highest possible security. In my case, I don't have any certificate and I'm using the self-signed certificate, so I will leave it on ignore certificate. Afterward, we will enter either our server IP address or our server DNS name. In my case, I'm going to use the IP. We will choose the authenticator we want. In my case, I'm going to use the administration one since I will be using the super user, but you can also use a different authenticator that has an administrator user. So we will enter our super user credentials. And as for the advanced section, we can leave it as default, but just to briefly explain the fields, in the pre-connect field, you can enter a script that will execute just before allowing the users to connect to the virtual site. Then in the run once field, you can enter a script that runs only once and before the UDS Actor applies its configuration, and in the post-config field, you can enter a script that executes when the UDS Actor has finished its configuration. Below that, as for the log level, it is the type of login that will be shown in the UDS Actor log files. It can be set to debug, info, error, or fatal mode. The one that provides the most detailed information is debug. Perfect. Now that all of this has been explained, we will click on register with UDS, everything is completed, and we will verify it with test configuration, and everything is perfect. So we will click on OK, and in this way we have configured the UDS Actor. We can now click on close, we will close everything, and with this we have fully configured our Linux machine to be used as a template machine. Now the important part will be to shut down this machine. We can click up here on the right side and select power off. And with this we now have a Linux machine fully configured to serve as a template machine. So that's all. We hope you liked the video, that it was very helpful for you, and thank you very much for watching. Best regards.